Hello. How we doing this morning? Welcome to Tuesday. You know what that means? I say it every Tuesday. Yeah, it means that we made it through Monday, which is a good thing. No doubt about that. Uh, I don't know. Monday wasn't too bad, though. It was a little chilly yesterday morning, temperature wise. If you have to complain about something, I guess it would be that. It was a long day in the office. Cindy's off this week, so that puts in. It makes me put in another hour or so on the end of my day, doing some of the things that she does. You know how it goes. We all pull the slack. When the other one's gone, somebody else steps in. That's what teamwork's all about. It's also the 27th day of February, and oh my goodness, we got some great weather coming our way. Got some clouds today, but warm temps. I'm looking at 65 along the coast here in Nags Head. This afternoon, we should see 65 and 71 inland. Good morning, Perrin. How are you? I'm just talking about the weather this morning. And let's see who else is coming in here. We got Foy. Good morning to you too, Foy. We're just talking about some warmer temps coming our way. And Lisa's here. All right, we got a good crowd already. That's awesome. So 65 today along the coast, like Nags Head, Currituck, places like that. Maybe a bit warmer down south in Hatteras, but definitely a little warmer inland too, 71. Hey, Wendy, good morning. How are you doing this morning? Tomorrow, interesting. Right along the coast, we've got a high of about 65 again, which is pretty cool. But the wind's going to be blowing tomorrow. But inland, we've got some really nice temps. I don't know if the wind is going to be as big a factor. Might be a little breezy, but 77 for places like Perrin's home place town, Scotland Neck, Windsor, Edenton. Might see 75, 77 tomorrow. So, but a front does come through. It's going to cause the wind to blow just a little bit, and they call it a cold front. But we're getting closer to spring, and they're not giving us these cold snaps like they were. Maybe a little breezy, a little cooler, but not as bad as maybe was in December, January. So let's hope that holds true. So we got a pretty decent forecast for us, and we're ready for that. So good morning, everybody. I talked to Cindy yesterday. Actually, I FaceTimed her. She and Mr. D were hanging out by the water, not on the beach in Key West, but near one of those grassy roofed bars you can look through and see the view everywhere. And she walked over to the edge of the dock, looking down into the crystal, very clear water. Um, and there was like 4 or 5 tarpon fish down there, which are pretty big. They're long and narrow. And she was really excited about that. She said, "Hello, everybody." She's having a great time. She had a great time in Atlanta with her daughter and her daughter's husband and Mr. D. They went to 2 NASCAR races. One is the truck race. I think that was, I guess, Saturday. And then the other one was Sunday. So and then they got up early yesterday and flew out down from Atlanta down to Key West. So that's where they're going to be for the next couple of days. And Perrin says she walked to work yesterday. Was it by choice? Was it by choice, or was it something made you have to walk to work? Perrin. Mm. So anyway, Gary, how are you doing? How's Cleveland this morning? Did you get 60 yesterday? We're going to get 65 today, and even warmer inland, 71 for inland. Tomorrow, 65 here with quite a bit of wind as the front moves through, and then 77 inland tomorrow, like Edenton. 63, good job. Great job. That's awesome. So I was just doing. I was a minute, maybe 2 minutes late getting live here this morning. I was taking care of some business for one of our other stations. Something Cindy usually does, and over at the Pirate Radio 95.3, our buddies there. Curtis works over there. They just announced a concert. Get this, because I think it crosses the boundaries just a little bit. Coming to Virginia Beach over the summer sometime. Let's see, what's the date on this? June 26th, Veterans United Homelands Amphitheater. Willie Nelson and family, the great Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, like a rolling stone, blowing in the wind. Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin, and then Robert Plant. Alison Krauss, bluegrass, beautiful voice, won a ton of Grammys. Actually, has done some singing with Robert Plant. They're going to have a show there, and let's see. I mean, it's just going to be pretty cool, no doubt about that. So we just announced that. When did tickets go on sale? Hang on just a second. I'll let you know. Just letting you guys know because we're just talking. Tickets go on sale Friday through livenation.com. I want to check that out at Veterans United Homelands Amphitheater. Check out livenation.com. I think that's a contender for a pretty decent concert. Anyway, so what's happening with you guys today? So Perrin chose to walk to work. How long is that for you? Is it a mile? Perrin says, no, Dylan's not her cup of tea, I guess. That's all right. Let's see. Got my flights to Venice in May, Cleveland, Atlanta, Paris, Venice. You're globetrotting, Gary. You're going to be globetrotting. That's pretty cool. All right. Okay, I'm gonna take a break here in about a minute. We're going to talk about everyday struggles, things that maybe we shouldn't have to struggle with any longer, but we still do. Why hasn't somebody come up with a better way? Maybe you guys can add to it. Take a listen. And then, of course, it'll be bow time at about 8:20 this morning. And I've got the word ready. All right? So don't worry about that. We'll be pretty cool. 10-minute walk. That's not bad, Perrin. That's pretty cool. Must be close to a mile. All right, hang on. With you. Your station for the Killer Hits, 102.5, the Shark Pure Prairie League, and falling in and out of love. It is 8:10, Bill and Cindy in the morning. Killer Hits all day. Increasing clouds today with a chance of some afternoon showers. High 65 along the coast, maybe 71 inland. Clouds tonight, breezy. Slight chance of an overnight shower, low 55. Mostly cloudy tomorrow with a slight chance of an afternoon shower, but warm. High 65 along the coast. Maybe even as high as 75, 77 inland. But the winds on the coast are going to bring those temps down just a little bit, at least the feel of it. They could be gusting as high as 38. So right now we have 50 in Barco, 48 in Elizabeth City, and 47 in Nags Head at 102.5 the Shark. Now, even though we've cured cancer, don't have a cure for cancer yet. They're still working on it. They've got some things advanced. You'd think that we could at least find a way to make things like fitted sheets that are foldable. You know how hard that is to learn? Or maybe to improve the audio quality of those fast food drive-through speakers. Hello, it's one peanut butter, and medium cherry Coke. Is that right, sir? Anything else? You know those? Okay. Well, people on social media are talking about the minor but frustrating everyday struggles that maybe we should have figured out by now. I don't know. Here's the best ones. That staticky, repetitive, tuneless music you're forced to listen to when you're on hold. I think it's the same music since like the 80s. It just hasn't changed much. We think it could be better. The pockets on plus-size women's clothing never seems to be a design consideration. I wish Cindy was here to commiserate with this, or at least give us the female point of view on this. But here's what the social media folks are saying. You either get tiny pockets, which haven't been scaled down at all, or enormous pockets that have been fully scaled up for you. So your chapstick kind of swims along down to near your fly with those pockets. Someone else pointed out how women's jeans, shouldn't they just have a waist at an inseam size, just like guys' jeans do? That would just be so easy. Shopping carts with the wheels, do they get stuck and they make all that noise, or maybe they fall out of alignment? You know, it's a cart. Even if it's out in the elements, they should be durable enough that they should be able to fulfill their purpose without making a bunch of noise. You know, and yeah, God forbid if you take one inside and roll it around the store. You looked at it like, well, why did you pick that cart? Didn't you know? Now this one will come up in a couple of weeks. Having to change the clock in your car when it's daylight savings time, even though everything is supposedly smart, your clock is not. You still have to change that. Why? Anyway, plastic fasteners that hold the socks together. You know, the ones you have to maybe cut with scissors. You got the little, T tab on the back side of the socks. Can kind of make it difficult to remove that. Maybe, messing up the sock. Yeah, that goes for shirts and other clothing as well. Same kind of thing going on. This is my biggest pet peeve ever, I think. Autocorrect. Someone said, if I typed it, it's what I meant to type. Go ahead and highlight it or give me some suggestions, but to automatically assume that I did it wrong and change it for me, it's like having a mother-in-law on my cell phone. God rest her soul. Also, I know some people are saying, Bill, she can come back. Let me tell you something. She was a great woman, and we're just making fun this morning. How about having to use a keyboard on the TV screen to enter your email address and your password by using arrows and selecting each letter individually? Isn't there a better way? Come on, couldn't you just say it into the phone or into your remote? Just say it. That would be so cool. And someone said, why can't all the power cords on everything that needs to be plugged in, from toasters to lamps to coffee makers to fans, all be retractable? I think that is a brilliant idea. Somebody needs to do these. They could make millions of dollars on any of these, I think. What say you? I don't know. Stuff's still out there. That autocorrect messes me up every time. Stick around. We got Today in Music and Bold Time coming up within 10 more killer hits next. Okay. See what you guys got. Hang on just a second. Let me bring up Today in Music and we'll get back to business. All right, there it is. Ready to roll. All right, so who's talking? Okay. Oh, yeah. Parent agrees on the autocorrect. That can get you in trouble, kind of. First, people go, wow, why'd he say that? Oh, it must be autocorrect. And then they laugh at you. And then they text you back or whatever. That's a big one. Gary, what you talking about? Gary, you gonna get back into golf? Are we out on the links, or were you like me and you just stuck with putt? I like putt golf. Okay, Michael brings up a good question. He's jumped in here. He must have been listening at 8:20 this morning for our tough trivia question, and that tough trivia question was this: 10% of our coworkers do this when you're not looking. Now, the answer was given for us. This was one of these things that you dig up this kind of a fact, and it boggles the mind that this actually happens. 10% of your coworkers go to the bathroom to eat their food while you're not looking. You think that's true? By the way, just like Michael says, who eats while using the restroom? I even brought up, okay, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. They're not really using the restroom. They're eating in the restroom. Supposing that it is a bathroom that you can close and lock the door behind you, or the stall, maybe. But that's a great question. It's like, man, I don't know of anybody ever that I've known about that runs into the bathroom, coddling a Twinkie, and you can hear the wrapper and everything from outside the bathroom or in the stall. I don't know. It's kind of weird, Mike. I know. That's why it made a great question, I think. So we had a lot of fun with it. And it gets you thinking, like, what in the world are we doing? What in the world? It's a crazy world, isn't it? Just crazy. All right, so let's see. Gary's going to Venice in May. It's gonna be a great trip, I think, Gary. Um, we saw an aerial shot of Venice, and I don't know if somebody had done this graphically or if this was real, but it's shaped like a heart, the city. I don't know. It was a Facebook thing. I told Mrs. Thomas, I'm not sure about that, honey. Interesting picture, though. So if you go, Gary, your mission is to come back and report whether Venice is heart shaped or not. Or was it just some type of Photoshop thing? Because Venice is like love and, Paris, yes. Which is probably why you're going. The gondola, the moonlight, the water. I bet that's beautiful. I'd like to go. I really would. All right, Gary, that's a whole nother subject. The community work refrigerator. That really is. So Gary says, I've had coworkers check out my lunch. Let's put that up there in the refrigerator just to see what I got in my sandwich. Kind of weird. That is. I've had a coworker that'll come in and go, oh, whose spaghetti is this? Or what's this? As they take your container out of the refrigerator and hold it out for anybody that's around to claim it and explain. Real, for real. I'm serious. So I'm there with you. Yes, I've had coworkers eat my lunch. Yep, but you know what? They were cowards. They stole it and didn't tell anybody. So for a while at this particular place I worked, gosh, this is probably 25 years ago. I would go in on the top of my container, I would write AIDS or cancer. Something gross. And they just wouldn't touch it. So, yeah, absolutely, Michael. They don't say anything. Oh, Gary, you've done the gondola and they don't sing like in the movies, even if you slip them a 20? Maybe a 50. You think? All right. Well, that's disheartening. Anyway. What else we got here? Who else is commenting here? Yeah, Michael, they just didn't say anything. I never knew who it was. It took my lunch. They didn't say anything about the word cancer either. Nobody said anything about that. I thought that was really strange. They're probably like, ooh, smart. Perrin, 127. That's some good numbers. There really is. I had a 116 yesterday, a 146, and a 110 something. I have to look at it. I write them down. I check it 3 times a day. How often do you check yours, Perrin? Is it every time you eat or different times during the day? Like 2 hours after you eat? Oh, man. Notes on the refrigerator, Michael, saying community, eat only your own food. Like there's a question, like it's up for grabs. Like maybe you left it in there on Friday, you got busy, you didn't eat lunch. You said, well, I'll have it Monday. And it's definitely something that could make it through the weekend. Don't worry about that. Or that one person will be like, don't you think this is bad? What are we giving away today? Well, we got bow time coming up in about 3.5 minutes. 2-piece chicken dinner, that's up for grabs. Yeah. Then let's see. Booty bucks from Jolly Roger. Rachel during lunch, noon to 1. Yeah. Parent 1 to 2 times a day, every morning before breakfast. Okay. All right. Gary says Foy Ferguson, Cynthia Blanket. Oh, oh, yeah. Should we give away the blanket? Oh, you know what? Michael, was it you a couple of weeks ago that came up with the beach towel idea or somebody else? I remember that in the discussion, and I thought it was a great idea to have like a shark beach towel. I thought that was fantastic. That'd be cool if we did. All right, 3 minutes of Joan Jett and I Love Rock and Roll. Then it'll be Bow Time and Today in Music. So, so Gary, where do you leave from? Do you leave from Cleveland on the airport? Where did you probably said something earlier? Let's see. Cleveland, Atlanta, Paris, and Venice. All right, so you're going to go to Paris. Do you stop in Paris for a day or so? Eiffel Tower, maybe? Could it be? Okay. All right, cool. That's awesome. Man, the coffee tastes good this morning. Yes, it does. Oh, you're not going to do the Eiffel Tower. Are you just going to Paris for the airport and connecting? All right, that's cool. Straight to Venice. Hello, Gary. I see you're back. Step into the gondola. We sing beautiful music to you. Do they talk with an accent like that? Omelette du fromage. What are we talking about, man? Perrin? The shirt? Perrin, are you talking about the color of my shirt? Is that what it is? If you are, it's charcoal. I got some new shirts. I did. Oh, black coffee. Okay. Cindy's always talking about the color of my shirts. Naturally, I thought you would too, but maybe I'm wrong. It's a coffee. Yeah, black. Absolutely. It's what you put in it that makes the coffee not so good for you. It really is. Now, you can try, if you have to have some kind of cream or something in there, I've heard coconut milk is good, but I don't know how that affects the taste. I think it might, just a little bit more than a heavy whipping cream or something. But yeah, black coffee. Absolutely. All right. Today in music and Bow Time. Hang on. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I have the word, Michael. Listen carefully. I'll even spell it for you. I promise. Your station for the Killer Hits, 102.5, The Shark, Joan Jett, The Black Hearts, and I Love Rock and Roll. Put a dime in the jukebox. A dime in the jukebox. I think the last jukebox I put money in was probably a Pizza Hut jukebox, and I think it was 50 cents, wasn't it? Something like that. I believe it was. And there was another place they went. It was like a diner type place, and you had the old tabletop jukebox thing, the little silver chromy looking thing. You could kind of look through the different songs that were there and pick one with a number like A7 and go for it. I think it was a quarter. Anyway, another dime in the jukebox. Bill and Cindy, the morning Killer Hits all day. It is 8:25. Today in music, just about a minute away. Stick around, but we got increasing clouds for you today. Your shark forecast says chance of maybe an afternoon shower. High of 65 along the coast, 71 inland. Cloudy tonight, breezy with a chance maybe a shower. Low tonight down to 55, and mostly cloudy for tomorrow. Slight chance maybe an afternoon shower. High 65 along the coast, 77 inland. Winds could gust tomorrow along the coast as high as 38 miles per hour. So, yeah, a little bit of a blow. Right now we got 52 in Chesapeake, 47 in Elizabeth City, and 48 in Nags Head at 102.5 The Shark. And it's time for Today in Music. Bow Time, right after. 2015, Madonna said she suffered whiplash as a result of her nightmare accident at the 2015 Brit Awards. The 56-year-old at the time was pulled backwards off stage by a cape, which was supposed to fall from her shoulders. It didn't. It caused the singer to fall down a flight of stairs. That really happened. 2010, it was announced that U2 had raked in more money than any other music act on tour in the year 2009, making $109 million from touring, record sales, and other royalties, almost twice as much as the second best, Bruce Springsteen, who took home about $58 million, followed by Madonna with $47 million and a cape, and AC/DC with $44 million. 1998, Vince Neil from Motley Crue announced an agreement with Internet Entertainment Group and Vivid Video to distribute a 60-minute home video of him playing bingo with 2 adult film models in Hawaii. Vince, gosh, man. 1991, James Brown was paroled from prison after serving 2 years. He had been sentenced to 6 years in prison after leading the police on a great big interstate car chase, like the ones you see in the movies, I guess. He got out. So, and I know. He had some rough times. 1981, Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder recorded Ebony and Ivory. Big hit for them. Music birthdays today. Josh Groban turning 43 years old today. And that is Today in Music, which means it is Bo time. You can be the winner of a 2-piece chicken dinner from Bojangles right now just by texting the word history, 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 to 252-441-1025. News and weather together within 10 more killer heads coming up. All right, there we go. History. Michael, history. That is it. Absolutely. All right, let's see. Hang on just a second. Let me get things straight here. Boom, boom, boom. All right, cool. All righty then. Let's see what you guys are up to. Thanks for hanging out with me and waiting just a little bit. Oh, Michael says Michael had to go. When was that? Oh, right now. Have a good day, Michael. Thanks for checking in, buddy. Appreciate you. Friendly's had the table jukeboxes. The Friendly's restaurant. That's right. It might have been that. It could have been. Can't remember if that was that or not. But did Woolworths used to have them too, Perrin? Or am I just totally flipping out? Do I have the fancy coffees as in the type of bean? No. The best part of waking up is this coffee in my cup. It's already ground up and sold in a plastic container. I'm happy with that. Now, I don't mind trying some pretty cool, tasty coffees. I mean, I really don't at all. I love the coffee section. Where they've got the bean grinder and everything, and it smells like coffee all over the place in the grocery store. I love that. Just like the smell of tobacco. Like if you go to a place that sells pipe tobacco or something, gotta love the way it smells. I'd never smoke a pipe personally, but I love the smell of the stuff. Haven't done my taxes yet. I have used TurboTax in the past. TurboTax, I have no problem with it at all. They've gotten over the years pretty good at finding ways to charge you a couple of different ways into over $100. But take it to an accountant. What are you going to pay? Yeah, see? That's kind of tough. See you, Foy. Have a good day. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate you. Yeah, Friendly's restaurants, I think I remember them is having better ice cream than food, maybe. Solid on the burgers and fries type of thing, or maybe the country fried steak. I don't know, but when it came to ice cream sundae or a banana split, they rocked it. Hot fudge cake, they rocked it. Absolutely. Okay, let's see. Oh, wow, Perrin, a new coffee shop in Southern Shores. That's kind of cool. Have to let us know how it is. That sounds like fun. Mrs. Thomas kind of dragged me into the olive oil store. I think I've been in both of them. One is almost to Kitty Hawk, somewhere around the used to be BB&T. I think it's a Southern Bank now. Target, Kmart area, just north of that. And then there's one, I think, at the outlet stores. Never seen so many types of olive oil. And they're serious about their olive oil. They will tell you that olive oil is best if it shows the pressed on date. And if it's a cold press, first press, it's the best olive oil. It's got the most nutrients in it. It hasn't lost that. Now, some people sit and buy olive oil in a dark green plastic bottle and go cook and do whatever with it, and they're fine with it. But for the nutrients and the health benefits, it's got to be 6 months old or less. That's what I've heard. So, anyway. Where Coastal Provisions was. All right. We'll look for it. That's pretty neat. Did they just put like a little sign up out front, or just words around the shopping center that that's what's coming in? Or are they building out and getting stuff ready already? Is it close to being ready to open? I hadn't thought about the chips. Okay. I'll check it out next time, Gary. I definitely will. Absolutely will. No doubt about that. Let me see what's going on here. I'll check about my my Facebook post that I did on behalf of Cindy for the other radio station. Okay. We got some people that are liking it already. That means it's being seen. That's good. All right. Very cool. All right. Just had to check. You know how that is. You post something you want to see. Did it make it? Anybody respond to it yet? Let's see. Shore Coffee Roasters. Really? When are they going to open? Do you know? That sounds like fun. Shore Coffee Roasters. Is it a type of store that maybe somebody's thought up and it's like a mom and pop operation, or is it something that's it's more of close to the franchise level? Comment above name. Logo is really? Oh, so it's got a local twist. I like that. That sounds pretty cool. Shelly's back. She just came in the room. We're talking about a new coffee shop that's coming to Southern Shores.
Oh, yeah?
Parents scoped it out up there where Coastal Provisions was.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's going to be called, Shore Coffee Roasters.
Nice.
And the logo is a flat top building, like a local
That's
twist.
cool.
I think so, too.
I do. I like that.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
Let's see. Gary's got a question here. Does Mrs. T work in the general store area? My kids love that part of the store. Still have sometimes you'll find her there. She's an assistant manager and she's kind of all over the place.
You talking about Christmas shop?
Yeah.
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 Doggone.
I assume that's what he's talking about. Let's see. Locals and okay. Local.
Oh, nice.
Cool. Gary says, hey.
Hi, Gary.
Definitely. So our announcement that was going to happen yesterday was pushed back a week. So
okay,
just
well,
chill until I'll hand it to you again next week.
All right, cool. Well, it might be a moot point at this point because it's not loaded up.
It's not.
Yeah.
You're having trouble.
I am. But
no.
That's okay. Well, let me. You do your thing.
Can you try the
reboot the whole thing?
Have you rebooted the server yet?
I have not.
Not have rebooted the server?
The whole computer.
Thank you for calling customer service. Have you rebooted the servers? Try that, and if need be, I'll come in there and I got a 2-pound hammer.
Okay, that works. And an impact adjustment usually.
Impact adjustment. Okay, sounds good. Sounds like Darrell knows about that too. That's Mr. Shelley. Anyway. Fireplace and seating. Dang. Parrot. That sounds cool. I'm all in. That's really cool. I think it will do well. I hope it does well. It's a cool idea. It's a lot of atmosphere. Probably smells good in there. You know, who's the other place? But you know, the front porch people try to have that coffee shop feel. They are a coffee shop, but you know what I'm talking about. They go to great lengths, not to just be Starbucky, and which is like clean, smooth, shiny, dark surfaces, hard edges. You know, I bet I would like some place that kind of you feel comfortable there. That's what I would think. Oh, they have a Facebook page. All right, gonna check it out. We'll do it. All right. Thanks for the tip. That's cool. I'll send my man Gene up there to investigate on the business side of our radio company here. Because a good part of running a nice business is a solid advertising campaign to get the word out and let people know you're there, no matter how you do it. Just yell with a big horn outside. Hear ye, hear ye. Now selling coffee by the fireplace. Come in, one and all. You too, Gary. You know? Pretty cool. Definitely. All right. Well, that's something, like I said, to look forward to. Something else to look forward to is Friday. Cindy will be back. What else we got? All right. Doctor appointment, Gary, at 9. May need hearing aids. Oh, geez. That's kind of a inconvenience. A selective hearing. Yes. Don't ever admit to that, Gary, but you know what I'm talking about. All right. Well, cool. Gary, have a safe trip to the doctor. I hope it goes well for you. I hope everything's fine. Absolutely. And everybody else, thanks to everybody else that has jammed in here this morning, starting from the very beginning. I love to go back and look. We got Lisa and Perrin and Foy. I think Foy's already left. Wendy was in here. She might still be with us. Tracy, thank you. And Gary, of course. And Michael was in on the fun. And a few other people, just judging by the numbers, they like to just watch, which is okay, man. There's nothing wrong with that at all. If you ever feel like you want to be a part of the conversation and say something publicly, that's cool. All right. All right. Have a phone interview with SSA. All right. Very cool. All right, guys. On that note, love to you. Make Tuesday a great day. The wind's going to kick in a little bit along the coast from here on out. It won't be that bad today, but tomorrow it will be. So, Perrin, if you walk to work tomorrow, hold on to your hat if you're wearing one. And we will talk to you later, Gator. See you, Wendy. See you, Gary.